Long ago, in a sacred forest known as Darukavana, there lived a group of powerful sages. They were not ordinary men. They had spent years mastering the Vedas, performing rituals, and gaining control over sacred energies. People respected them, feared them, and looked up to them as the highest spiritual authorities. But over time, something subtle began to change. The deeper they went into knowledge, the more they drifted away from truth. Their devotion slowly turned into pride. They began to believe that their rituals controlled the universe, that even the gods depended on them. To them, spirituality was no longer about surrender. It was about power. And far away, watching all of this in complete silence, was Lord Shiva. Shiva did not get angry. He did not rush to punish them. Instead, he chose a way that only he could. He decided to break their ego, not with force, but with realization. One day, an unusual figure entered the forest. He was unlike anything they had ever seen. Bare-bodied, covered in ash, with wild matted hair flowing freely. He walked with a strange grace. In his hand, he carried a skull, using it as a begging bowl. His presence was calm, yet deeply unsettling, as if he carried the weight of something infinite. This was Shiva, in the form of Bhikshatana, the wandering beggar. As he moved through the forest, something unexpected happened. The wives of the sages felt drawn toward him. It wasn't desire. It wasn't attraction in the way the world understands it. It was something deeper, something spiritual, as if their souls recognized a truth that their minds could not explain. They began to follow him, quietly, mesmerized. When the sages saw this, they were furious. "How can a mere beggar disturb our sacred order?" they shouted. Blinded by anger and pride, they decided to destroy him using their powers. Through intense rituals, they summoned a ferocious tiger and sent it charging toward him. But the ascetic did not move. In a single effortless moment, he killed the tiger. And then, without any emotion, he draped its skin over his body as clothing. The sages were shocked, but their anger only grew stronger. Next, they summoned a deadly serpent, hissing and ready to strike. But again, the ascetic simply picked it up and placed it around his neck, as if it were nothing more than an ornament. Now, fear began to creep in. Still unwilling to accept defeat, the sages performed one final ritual and created a terrifying demon. Dark, powerful, and filled with destructive energy. The demon rushed toward the ascetic with all its force. But this time, too, nothing changed. With absolute calm, he subdued the creature. Effortlessly. No anger, no struggle, no fear. Only silence. The forest fell still. The sages stood frozen. For the first time, doubt entered their minds. Who was this being? How could someone so simple be so powerful? In that moment of silence, something inside them began to break. Their pride, their certainty, their illusion of control. And suddenly, they understood. This was no ordinary beggar. This was Lord Shiva himself, the one they had forgotten, the one beyond rituals, beyond knowledge, beyond power. Overwhelmed, the sages fell at his feet. Their arrogance dissolved into humility. Shiva revealed his true form, not to display power, but to awaken them. He showed them that rituals without humility are empty, that knowledge without surrender becomes ego, and that truth cannot be controlled or possessed. It can only be realized. And just like that, as quietly as he had come, Shiva disappeared, leaving behind not destruction, but understanding. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mythology Medley. Click the bell icon for more such amazing mythological content.